right, so now we get over to Prey. We spoke about Prey last week.
Yes.
We spoke about Prey. Sharon and I spoke about Prey last week, and we gave our review of it and talking about it on Disney Plus and everything like that. And now it's up to you guys to give us your feedback. What did you think of Prey?
Right, I'm going to hand over to Shaun first.
Okay.
And I'll just shout over him when I disagree. Or
Right. Okay. Or agree, or maybe agree. Okay. Yes, a really, really intriguing movie. This. It was. I mean, to me, out of all the First Nations or the American tribes, whatever you want to call them, the Comanches always really, really interest me because they were the most feared. They were the most ruthless. They were probably the biggest nation, and they were not noted for being particularly nice and very, very warlike. So I could understand that culture. And I thought the story went really well because it was quite convincing. Because obviously, a society where it's male-dominated society is one, and like we're going back to the raw, like the ladies look after the domestic things,
stuff,
the cooking and making clothes and things. And she's really different, and she's not quite accepted, is she? She sort of is by some of them, but it's not an accepted thing that you've got this. And she is smart. She is smart, and I really like the swamp scene. So yeah, I really quite enjoyed it. I thought that she perhaps got away a little bit sometimes. I mean, I think there was there was a lot of distractions we know what sort of film it is, don't we? Know what the canon is, or is that spoiled?
Yeah. No,
okay, so
we know it's a Predator film.
Okay, so Predator. So the Predator sort of concentrates on one thing and then gets rather easily distracted on other things, which I know can happen. But yeah, I mean, because we just got to be quick. But yeah, no, I thought it was okay. It was pretty good. I didn't have too many beefs with it, and I thought she acted really well, and I thought it was quite clever how it was thought out, and not too much in the way of silliness. And when some of the other First Nation people got involved, or the other Comanches got involved, it did sort of make a bit of sense, because you think, right, okay, this is it, and then so yeah, I thought this was okay. It's a decent movie.
Good stuff. Good. Nice to hear that, because I totally agree with all of that. Although I have to say, the one thing I didn't mention it last week, but one thing that from the first time it showed up in the film, and I kept looking at it, I was looking at it thinking that dog was too well groomed. I don't know what make the dog is, but it did make me think in 1719. Did they have a dog pamper or something? Because that dog's coat looked too shiny. It looked too well groomed. It looked like it had a haircut or something. And each time the dog showed up, I kept thinking the dog looks too modern. But anyway.
The dog. And also one thing I picked up, which I don't normally pick up, is the dog was looking at obviously its wrangle or whatever looked after. I could see it looking at it and thinking, like, oh, what do I do next? Am I doing the right thing? But I mean,
apart from that, I love the way they use the dog, but I just thought the dog was a little bit too groomed. Anyway, Holly.
I would say I was very emotionally invested in the dog, as is typical. I had a lot of concerns for the dog.
You're the reason they keep saving the dog in movies. You're the reason.
Well, I still remember the first time I saw Dances with Wolves when I was 10 in a drive-in in Zimbabwe, and we had our dog in the car, and I was made to cover my eyes for all the people dying, but I wasn't told to cover my eyes when the wolf dies. And I didn't give up an expletive about the people. They were, but oh my word, I love that wolf. And so yes, I had great emotional attachment to the dog. And to be fair, coyotes are very well, generally look pretty presentable. So I think it's not beyond the wit of man that you could have a reasonably presentable semi-wild. No, I thought it hung together well. Thought it stuck with its with its roots well enough, but wasn't annoying in the way it did it. And I thought it was a decent watch. That would conceivably stick on again in the background if I were doing something else.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, sorry, Shaun.
I've just got to say one thing, right, and I know this is going back to the dogs, right? And I think we said this on one of our. Remember when we used to do? They don't make them like they used to.
Well, we did. They don't make it like they used to.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, I must have been about 4 or 5, but I remember there was this film called The Legend of Lobo, and Lobo's mother gets shot. Apparently, I mean, I can't even. There is the film, but I can't really remember that. But all they said was, I went, "They shot her," and burst into tears and screamed the place down. And in the end, my dad had to take me outside because I was so upset so traumatized by. Yeah, The Legend of Lobo. So I might have to watch that again and review that. That'd be funny.
Yeah, people be damned. It's all about the animals. Amazing the things.
Okay, I'll tell you, okay. One of my absolute bugbears is in a film. Whenever you have a film where a human dies because they're trying to save a dog.
Oh yeah.
That gets up my nose. It's like I remember in Man of Steel. Man of Steel. Oh, good Lord!
Why would you do that? That's my way. Why?
And I know. I live in a country where it is not acceptable to have this point of view. But I'm like, let the dog die.
Oh, no.
There's a hurricane coming. Save yourself, you idiot. Why are you going back and dying because the dog might die?
I have a plan if there's a fire as to how I get the cats out of our second floor apartment, which includes shoving them in rucksacks, which will not go down well with anybody, but I know how we'll do it.
But anyway, so we all agreed. We all agreed. Liked Prey. We all liked Prey and thought it worked quite well. So Shaun, I'll tell you one thing that I was wondering whether you would be okay with, or whether you think the final way in which the final way in which Naru.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was wondering whether you were okay with it, or whether you would think, hang on a second.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was. I could understand the logic behind it. Yeah, but yeah, you shouldn't have mentioned that to me now, because now I'm thinking about it. So you should have kept that. That had escaped me.
That would escape you.
I'd pondered that, and I felt actually it followed on well from the structure of what we'd seen so far. I thought it hung together very well.
Yep. Yeah, I think it does, but there was a little bit of a question about. Okay, fine. Fine. It's I guess you might not have known. Okay, fine. Okay, all right. Anyway, so I think we have got ourselves to the end of today's episode.